Hi guys, it's Stephanie Grams with mysewingneedle.com. Don't worry, I'm not looking at the camera, I'm actually looking at the road. And my camera is in its little dash pod thing, so we're safely driving. Anyways, so I just give you a little bit of safety blurb there. One of the mom groups I'm part of had asked what or how we came up with our business name, and if it had like special meaning or something to us. And I got to think about this. I thought, oh yeah, it has special meaning and blah blah blah. But so sorry, there's like traffic here. Anyways, my business name is My Sewing Needle, and I did some brainstorming with my mom a little over a year ago to come up with a unique business name that would support my mission. And so we came up with My Sewing Needle, and I got to really started, digging a little deeper into what I feel that means. So here's the story. Hopefully I don't bore you any. My sewing needle is a physical sewing needle, and with that I have been able to take a simple sewing needle and piece of thread and create little pieces of joy for people throughout the United States in different ways. Some of the things I've done with that is help with 4-H and Girl Scouts and show the young girls how they can take their scraps, because mind you, most of my work has been done working with poverty in Ohio, and these girls I can relate to because I grew up pretty poor, and excuse me, and when you growing up, when you have 2 pairs of pants to your name, they're eventually going to get wore out and have holes, and they're going to need patched. So how do you patch that? Well, you get a sewing needle and a thread, a spool of thread, and you fix your clothes. Luckily for the generation living in poverty these days in America, if they take this little tool called a sewing needle and they find thread, they can take their ratty clothes and make something beautiful out of it. And it all starts with my sewing needle. My sewing needle creates one-of-a-kind items, that are sitting on the mantle in mansions in Ohio. And I also took my sewing needle and made a memory bear for those with less than the bare minimums to get through life. I guess my sewing needle is more of a movement here in America. It gives men and women, boys and girls of all ages, the ability and the sense of accomplishment. Even hope. I guess even hope, because so many of us live in a day and age, or in the means where we're scraping by. We have to use what we have on hand, and that includes clothes, blankets, pillows, sheets. We can't just, throw something away because there's a hole in it or it's out of style. We have to be very creative, and part of that is by taking the tools necessary. For me, and my mission in life is simply taking a sewing needle and some thread and taking scraps and creating something new, unique, and beautiful for myself, my children, my friends, my family, my customers. I think that being able to take things that were once really loved or used by somebody we love, such as pants or shirts, overalls, things like that, that really that holds the meaning and the memories behind our life, I guess. Anyways, I don't want to keep rambling, but what about you? What is the name of your business, and what does it mean to you? Is there a deep meaning to it? Like mine, like when I think of my sewing needle, I am emotionally attached to that. I go back to being 7 years old, sitting with my mom and my grandma. Actually, I was probably pestering them if truth were known. And I was just very inquisitive on what they were doing with all those shiny, sharp objects and the scissors and the beautiful fabrics. And, you know, here I am, a 7-year-old self, end up poking my finger a million times, but never giving up, and creating little puffs and, you know, little fabric yo-yos and things like that. Not knowing that here I am in my 40s, and how important that tiny little tool, a sewing needle, would be, how important it would be in my life as an adult, and how it's helped shape my 4 daughters into adults, and how it brought me out of extreme sadness and grief when my youngest daughter passed away. So I never thought about all this when I was naming my business a year ago at all. And the longer I think about it, the more I realize just really how much the business name means to me, and how it has molded me throughout all of these years I've been alive. So, all right, hopefully I didn't bore you. I hope to get to know you. If you want to answer me, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Feel free to leave your information underneath this video. All right, bye guys.